All right, we're going to start up the stream with what we were going to do last stream. We're going to do the Am I the Asshole page. Now, this Reddit, if you, or subreddit, it's not Reddit, it's subreddit. Get with the times. It's a fucking place where people go to air out their assholery or non-assholery and see if they're in the right or the wrong by majority view. So yeah, let's debate a little bit. I feel like that's what's going to happen here. Am I the asshole for telling my family how much my fiance earns after years of them making fun of his job? Wait, this is listed as asshole. My family is very well educated and full of professionals, including several doctors, surgeons, dentists, etc. I have a good career and make a good living. When I met my fiance, he was at my house to supervise a roofing crew the insurance company hired to replace my damaged roof. I instantly fell for him when he pulled up in his truck and couldn't keep my eyes off him for the rest of the day as he gave orders to his men. When we started dating, he was vague about his job, and I just chalked it up to him being insecure about me having a better career. I didn't care about our income imbalance. We got serious, we talked about our future plans, and that was when he told me the full extent of his little construction company. I was shocked that his construction earnings is as much as my dad's surgeon salary. Gradually, he took me around to the handful of construction lots and shopping centers he owns. His rental income combined with his construction earnings is double that of my dad's. He said that few people know about his finances, and he expects me to keep what I know to myself. My parents disapproved of him since the first time I brought him home. My dad coined the term tool boy. Dude, what kind of pretentious fucking family is this? What? They're like, it's a construction worker, man. And the rest of my family joined in whenever they talk about my fiance's back. They don't call him that to his face, but instead make snide remarks. Once, my mom said during the dinner that they're thinking about hiring someone to mow their lawn, then turned to my fiance and asked him what he charges. God, that is the most pompous, shitty family I've ever heard of. I always try to defend him in its constant battle. It's gotten worse since we were planning on our wedding, and the other day my nerves just broke. Yesterday my parents were trying to get me into getting a prenuptial. Then my dad said, you have to protect your assets just in case Tool Boy decides to go slumming. I lost it, yelled at my parents during our shouting. I blurted out his earnings, that he makes more than both of them combined, and I stormed out. Told my fiance what happened, but instead of supporting me, he got mad that I told his parents that. I argued that I was defending him, then we got in an argument. My parents and family are mad at me for keeping secrets. My fiance is mad at me for not keeping secrets. I'm stuck in the middle and don't know what to do. Wow, that's actually really tough. I don't really think she's an asshole. I don't know why this is labeled as asshole, because I feel like her family is the asshole here. Okay, so to give a decent parallel, I'm a fucking YouTuber, obviously. Like, that's like what comes with the job. People make fun of my job and think that I'm, I don't make anything and that I'm not, like, the job is a fucking joke all the time. Especially on, like, Amy's side, her family, they literally, like, made jokes behind my back and, think I'm, like, a fucking idiot. And her parents were definitely against it. But the thing is, I don't really see why the dude, the husband, was mad at her for doing that. Because what I had to do, I had to sit down, Amy's parents, and show them how much money I made. I really had to do that. Because they would not support it. They just wouldn't. And I had to sit them down, explain how YouTube revenue works, and explain how much money I make. And still to this day, I don't necessarily think that they get it. But they ended up backing off. However, it was funny to me because, like, Amy's siblings, she has a lot of siblings. Amy's siblings all, felt the same way. Thought what I did was stupid and a joke and a waste of time. And all of that until I got a nice house. Because my house, I'll admit, is pretty nice. It's just, okay, it's not like a mansion. I'm just saying it's a nice house, and it's definitely bigger than my family members. And because I wanted to get a place that had enough room for me and Amy to both work out of it. I mean, that was my whole goal. And ever since that day, everyone flipped on a dime. Everyone started sucking up to me. I've had people ask for money. I've had people apologize to me. And then after apologizing to me about making fun of me for having this job, they ended up asking for money after that. I've had so many people ask me for money ever since I got this house. It's so fucking disgusting how fake people are and how awful they are. And then they just flip on a dime whenever money's involved, man. It's fucked up. But that is a good parallel to the situation. I don't necessarily think she's in the wrong because, like, imagine that. Imagine every time you go to your family, all they do is disprove of your significant other, make fun of them behind their back constantly. Everyone in their family member, like everyone in your family. How would your significant other get upset for just, like, shutting them up? You know? Honestly, I think, like, I completely get hiding your income. I get it. Some people, they don't want people to know their income. People don't even know my income, but they know that I bought a decent house. That's why they think I have shitloads of money, which I want to mention, I don't have shitloads of money because of plenty of reasons. But yeah, that's silly. That's silly that this is labeled as asshole. Let me see what people say. Sounds like pooperintend. I don't know what I mean. Sounds like your husband likes to build relationships on foundations and merits outside of his finances. Meanwhile, your family looks down on anyone that they deem lesser earners than themselves. I know whose corner I'd be in. Apologize to your husband and tell your family to stuff it. Sorry, but you're the asshole. There are plenty of other things you could have said to illustrate how fucking horrible your family was being. You didn't have to throw out numbers. But it didn't. But the thing is, the only way to shut them up is if you throw out numbers. You cannot shut people up by just saying, you're being mean to him. They don't give a fuck. They don't care at all. And what do you mean building relationships out of fucking merit? You think he's going to build a relationship with her family when the entire family are pretentious assholes who just shit on anyone with lesser income than them? Like, the family, I don't get it. The family will not understand anything unless money's involved. My brother and a girl screwed me and owed me $2,000 after I let them live here and then left in one day and lied about my husband and said he was beating me when he's never raised his voice to me once. Dude, people are fucking weird. There's a lot of people that actually owe me money because I like helping people out. But the thing is, I never expect people to pay me back. That's one thing I've lived. That's how I live life. That's how everyone should live life. Never expect someone to pay you back, ever. If you're going to give someone money, never expect to have it returned to you. Because it won't. It won't come back. Especially when it comes to family members. I pay people back, but that's just because I feel like an asshole if I don't. But most people will not pay you back. Yeah, Opie dropping how much her fiance makes to tell off her family seems unlikely to improve their relationship. Odds are good the family will still look down on him anyway. Now Opie can't be trusted to keep his secrets. But this is different. This isn't like that. Opie is definitely, I don't know what, TA? The asshole, but she was frustrated. They hate the man she loves so openly. Constant assault like that from family can make you do things you normally wouldn't. Apologize to the fiance, tell the family to go fuck themselves and move on. Yeah. I mean, that's probably the best way to handle it. I'm just surprised that there's not many people that are saying that she... I don't know. There's a lot of less people understanding her situation. I don't know. Yeah, I find that ridiculous that her family thinks that her family was making her feel guilty by saying you're keeping secrets from us. Like, bitch, what do you expect? What you want? I don't. That shit pisses me off, man. This whole situation pisses me off because I can relate to it wholeheartedly. Pretentious ass rich people. Let's see. Am I the asshole for making my daughter miss once in a lifetime event, homecoming and senior prom, and delete all of her social media as punishment for bullying? I'm already saying no. He's not an asshole. Good. Fuck bullies. Yesterday, I was informed that my daughter, Sam, was a part of a group of students who bullied another girl to the point that she had to switch schools. Yeah, you're in the right. There was a racial aspect to the bullying, which came as a complete shock since my wife and I truly did our best to raise our 3 kids to be kind and honest individuals. I don't believe that a grounding and a confiscation of electronics is harsh enough for what Sam did. So I told Sam that she won't be allowed to participate in homecoming or attend senior prom. I also told her she won't be getting a car for her 18th birthday either. Finally, I told her that she'll have to delete all her social media accounts with either me or her mother watching. Sam begged me to allow her to go to senior prom because it's a once-in-a-lifetime event and keep her Instagram account because it had pictures going back years that weren't saved anywhere else. I told her that she shouldn't have been a racist bully. Dude, this is... Okay... This parent is a Chad. This is Chad parenting right here. My parents are temporarily staying with us while their house is undergoing renovations. They agree that what Sam did was completely out of line and must be punished, but they think that making my daughter miss homecoming and senior prom and forcing her to delete her social media is far, far too harsh. I disagree. That's not harsh enough. Because I hate this fucking... shit. Once in a lifetime homecoming and senior prom. Who the fuck, like, okay, when you grow up, if you are someone who grows up and cares about senior prom and homecoming, like when you grow up in life and you look back, like, man, oh, I loved senior prom and homecoming, then you're probably just stuck in high school the rest of your life. No one cares about it. Like, okay, normal people don't give a shit about homecoming and prom and these once-in-a-lifetime high school events because high school is like a blip in your fucking life. It's 4 years that don't fucking matter at all, and then you move on with your life, and then you get to be yourself. High school is something you have to slug through. You just have to push through and get through, and then you're done. People who are, like, obsessed with those high school days, dude, there's so many old people I know that talk about, oh man, when I was in high school, I still hold the record for this sport event in high school. Oh man, I was the best football player in high school. Fuck, dude, those people are so stupid, man. Grow up. Couldn't even go to mine because of COVID. I think I got drunk at my senior prom as like a protest because I fucking hated prom. Was it prom? Maybe it was homecoming. I remember getting drunk and just like fucking around. Like because I didn't care about senior prom at all. I thought it was honestly one of the most pretentious, stupid things in the fucking world. So my rebellious teenage mind was like, I'm gonna get drunk and piss people off. People who peaked in high school, yeah. Seems appropriate to the level of offense here, especially the deletion of social media accounts. Yeah, the deletion of social media accounts, that was probably one of the best things, because holy shit, how high schoolers and teenagers and even adults treat social media as batshit insane sometimes. I'm Canadian. Wait, you don't have prom in Canada? What do you have then? There is actually something that would fit here. Am I the asshole? It was like a parent shaved a girl's head because she was bullying a girl who had cancer. So her dad ended up shaving her head. That's a proper punishment. Dude, you guys are so fucking obsessed with ballin'. You literally just said volunteering. Because I said volunteering and you said volunteering. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your guys' brains? Like, holy shit. You're so fucking obsessed with ballin'. Something that has absolutely nothing to do with ballin' whatsoever. You guys are weird. All right. My 34-year-old sister and, wait. Oh, you're 34 years old. Sister's 31 years old. Was the first among 4 siblings to have a kid. My niece is incredibly spoiled by my sister, our parents, and extended family, and my parents bend over backwards for my sister's request, like canceling their anniversary trip because my sister asked to babysit while she goes on a girls' weekend. This spring, my boyfriend and rock in my life passed away. Oh, shit. At the same time, I lost my job. I had a lot going on and moved back to my hometown. My parents own a rural property they used to rent out. The property had been empty for a while and fairly run down. My parents invited me to stay there rent-free, told me it was my home for as long as I needed. I invested a lot of my time and money into getting the house fixed up. I also made friends with Olha, a Ukrainian refugee with a younger daughter. Olha was struggling, and I invited her to stay with me for a couple of months while she gets back on her feet. Okay, that is the first issue. Inviting people over to a house that you yourself don't own and are living in rent-free, that's an issue. She is very thankful, but hasn't made a firm response yet as she's trying to make things work independently. My parents had no issue with this. Until recent drama, my brother-in-law had been working for a shady company which skirted regulations for profit. The law had caught up with the owner, who folded the company and left the country. Jesus Christ. I'll cut this short given the post-character limit. A few other things went down for my sister's family. Abruptly moved to our hometown, moving in with my parents. Almost immediately, my parents and sisters approached me to swap. They said the house I lived in was too large for one person, and it'd be so much better for my niece to live on a beautiful property in nature. I didn't understand. My parents have 2 guest rooms. My sister and the kid have their own bedrooms. Sure, I didn't at 5. What is BIL? Brother-in-law is still loaded from his old job and could easily get them a place too. They're buying a flashy car. When I mentioned my work on the property, it was dismissed. When I reminded them about Olha, my parents were outraged. I was still intent on helping someone else and their child and not my own sister and niece. They kept making out my sister's situation to be nearly as bad as Olha's. Eventually, it came down to my parents saying, "You're living on our property. You'll do as we want." I said, well, you give it to me. You gave it to me and said this was my house as well, to be my home for as long as I need it. But if we want to talk in property terms and not family terms, evict me then. My parents are not evicting, but I receive daily calls and messages from the extended family guilt-tripping me and calling me an asshole for not giving up the more comfortable space to my sister, who's in such a difficult situation and has a little child. Only my brothers see my side. All right. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Am I the asshole? Okay, hold up. What? Why is the sister moving again? The other things went down, and my sister's family abruptly moved to our hometown, moving in with my parents. Yeah, I don't know, because the whole guilt-tripping family shit, I despise. Again, something that's relatable. I don't know. This really just feels like the golden child. Like they're kicking out the non-golden child in order for the golden child to take over. Because from what I've seen and hear, they have money. And this really just feels like favoritism right now. Like, This girl's boyfriend passed away and she lost her job. And her parents are going to kick her out of their house because their golden child came home. Why can't sister live with OP? I mean, that's true too. Like, why can't her sister and, well, to be fair, it sounds like she hates her sister. But yeah, why did everyone sucks? I don't think everyone sucks. This really just feels like the classic favorite child situation. Because, I mean, if you think about the situation, her fucking boyfriend died. She lost her job. I don't really get the whole, is it Olha or Olga? That whole thing is kind of weird. I don't understand that at all. That's the weird part. I don't know if I like that. Because bringing in a random person to a house that you don't own is kind of pushing your limitations there. Sorry, but this is your parents' property. Well, yeah, if we look at it if you look at a technicality of it, yeah, it's her parents' property and legally they could do whatever the fuck they want. Morally, though, the mistake was trusting her family. True. That actually, yeah, that's pretty true. The mistake, it is kind of her mistake because she believed that her family wouldn't do something. That I occupied their property and didn't observe their rules, I would feel betrayed given what they had said. I'd get it, but no. Apparently the reason everyone hates me is I can't see just how much my sister needs this, unlike me. Wait, say that again. Wait, huh? I get it. They should definitely compensate you for fixing it up, though. That was their issue, that they occupied their property and didn't observe their rules. I'd feel betrayed given what they had said, but I'd get it. But no, apparently the reason everyone hates me is I can't see just how much my sister needs this, unlike me. Ah, okay. Again, this feels like a favoritism situation. Yeah. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. I mean, unless you know the situation, it's hard to tell whether or not OP is just exaggerating on her sister being the perfect, you know, the favorite child. Like, who knows? Maybe this girl is actually terrible and we don't even know. But given this really just feels like favoritism in families, which happens all the fucking time. There's always a goddamn golden child. In my family, there's a golden child. In Amy's family, there's a golden child. There's always that one child that gets all the praise, all the attention, all the help, you know? All right. But, okay, this one's... All right, I like this. Am I the asshole? My husband has changed all of the baby's diapers. Am I the asshole for asking my husband to change your son's diapers? First of all, the fact that you're even asking that question is just a pure showing of where our society fucking is right now. My husband has changed probably 90% of our son's diaper for the first 1.5 years of our son was born during COVID. I had a super traumatic birth. Our son almost died during labor, and we were all alone. We both worked from home, and our son was a very what? Colicky? Clingy? Is that what you're trying to say? I was exclusively breastfeeding, was up every night with him, doing all bedtime feedings, nail clippings, teeth brushings. He did baths and diapers. It seemed like a fair arrangement. Eventually, COVID ended, and we got a nanny for Saturdays, and our son started daycare. He goes from 9 to 5. My husband started leaving for the day for work. I asked him to change the diapers when he was at home because our son, who is the 100th percentile in height and weight, was hard to manage for me. I got by on days when I was alone, but it was definitely difficult. Even when my mom would visit, she would have a hard time with the diaper changing, and she works at a child care facility because he was big and unruly. Now, our son is 3 and almost fully potty trained. He wears diapers overnight, so we put a diaper on at night and take it off in the morning, and I'm pregnant again with really bad nausea, so I've asked him to get the baby ready in the mornings, as I'm usually choking back the vomit. My husband decided he will not change any of the future baby's diapers as he has become very resentful, saying that it was totally abusive and abnormal for him to change so many diapers through our son's life and that other dads don't have to change so many diapers. It's not like I've changed 0 diapers. I've changed diapers anytime. Dude, your wife gave birth. Your wife spent 9 months growing a child in her stomach, gave a birth that was apparently traumatic, has to breastfeed the child every night, stay up late dealing with the child, nail clippings, teeth brushings, giving it baths, and you're gonna whine that you have to change diapers? For context here, me and Amy were, okay, I wouldn't say 50-50, all right? I'm not going to give myself that much credit because she definitely did more than me. But I did as much as I possibly could with Ezra. You know, I did baths. I changed his diaper. Like, I helped potty train. I did everything I possibly could do to help Amy because it was fucking hard. Like watching how much shit she had to deal with. You know, being a mom and like breastfeeding and shit, that shit's not easy, man. That shit's hard. Sounds like a skill issue. On sick days, I'm always the one who stays home with him and cares for him completely. I always felt like our parenting duties were pretty evenly divided until I got pregnant 3 months ago, and things have definitely been harder since then because it's hard for me some days to do the things I used to do, like make breakfast, get his daycare bag ready, physically pick him up. Am I the asshole for letting him? Dude, this is so ridiculous. I hate the concept that since you're a man, the only thing you're supposed to do when you have a baby is go to work, go home, and drink beer and watch the game. That's it. While your wife makes you dinner and takes care of you. So, like, if we base that on work, like, I don't think you grasp how fucking hard it is to deal with a child, especially when the child, not only that, dealing with the child, but also giving birth to a fucking child, and then having to recover while you're taking care of the child. This is just a society problem. This is more than just this specific relationship problem. This is just ingrained in men throughout time, where they think that in life, the woman is supposed to do everything for the child, while the man is supposed to just go to work, go home, and watch the game. That's it. This shit pisses me off. Let's see what people say. I am a dad of a 4-year-old and a 22-hour-old. I've done all but 2 diaper changes so far on the new one. Nurse did the 2, so my wife can rest as much as she can. I did the same with our now 4-year-old. Wife is off to work for a year to raise the child, which means everything when I'm at work. The least I can do is change every diaper when I'm home, even if I'm tired after a long day's work, because my wife's work right now is 24/7. She lets me sleep through the night so I can be rested for work. I let her rest as much as possible when I'm home. It's called being a good partner, and it's critically important to make a good parent. Fathers, don't be dicks. Do your part. OP, you're not the asshole. You're a powerful woman, and don't let him forget that. Dude, it pisses me. I see relationships where, like I actually know a relationship where someone has like 4 fucking kids, and the dad does nothing. The dad literally does nothing. Like pure, absolute zero, nothing. While the mom not only takes care of 4 children, she also goes to work. It's fucking crazy. Like, I don't understand as a human how you can't see how that's unfair.